Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me in this core strength video. Now, building strength in your core means a lot more than just doing ab work. Our core really consists of the muscles along the sides of your waist, as well as the muscles along your mid and low back. So when we're talking about core strength, we're not just talking about having strong abs, but really building strength through the entire midsection. So really working the whole core of your body. So in this video, I have designed a sweet little yoga flow with some powerful exercises to help build strength along the front, sides, and back of your core. So go ahead and roll out your mat and let's get ready to practice. Now we are going to kick off our practice today with a little work in our forearm plank. So go ahead and bring your forearms down onto your mat. You can interlace your hands in front of you. You want to have your elbows about shoulder width apart. Then you can step your feet back into plank position. So right here in your forearm plank, immediately start to lift your belly button in towards your spine. So we resist the pull of gravity, toning through your core, lifting your abdominals and building some strength even here. Now we begin the real work. Lift your right leg and let's draw that knee in towards your right tricep. Then kick it back and squeeze it in. Kick it back and in, back and in. And we're gonna do one more. So kick that foot back, squeeze it in one more time, then step your right foot to the back, lift your hips up into Dolphin Pose. If it helps, you can walk your feet in a little bit so you can stretch your chest and shoulders here. Then let's go ahead and step it right back into your plank position, shifting your shoulders over your arms. Then let's lift that left leg and squeeze it into the left tricep. Reach it back and squeeze it in. Reach it back and squeeze. Two more times. Kick and squeeze, kick and squeeze. Now let's step that left foot back, lift your hips again, coming back into your Dolphin Pose. Let's go ahead and take a little rest in Child's Pose, dropping your knees to the floor, sink your hips back to your heels, and let your arms relax down on your mat. Just taking a little moment here to rest and relax in your shoulders. It takes a lot of work to support your upper body in that forearm plank. So just taking another full cycle of breath here. Let your body relax. Then we're going to come forward again. Coming back into that forearm plank. Interlace your hands, pressing your forearms down, then step your feet back to your plank pose. Now this time, we're going to lift the right leg and squeeze it across to the left tricep, getting a little twist in there. Then kick it back and cross body, squeeze. Reach it back, squeeze it to the left. Two more times, squeeze it in and kick it back, and squeeze it in and kick it back. Step your right toes down, lift your hips high, take a cycle of breath in your Dolphin Pose, breathing in and breathing out, let it go. Then we'll come back forward into your plank pose and prepare for the second side. Lifting that left leg, let's squeeze it into the right. Squeeze and reach. Squeeze it in and kick it back. Squeeze it in and kick it back. Last two, to the right and back, to the right and back. Lower your toes, lift your hips. You can walk your feet in if that helps you to lift your hips high, stretch your chest and shoulders. Then let's lower your knees to the floor and come all the way forward onto your belly. Now from here, extend your arms alongside your body with your palms facing flat down to the floor. Zip up your legs behind you, making your legs super straight and strong. Then inhale your breath and curl your heart up away from your mat. You can press your palms down towards the earth to lift your chest up a little higher. From here, begin to float your feet, your shins, your knees away from the floor. Then you can take it another step deeper by lifting your hands away as well. So now you're balancing on your belly, using the full strength of your back body. Let's inhale and lift a little higher. Lift your heels, lift your heart. Then gently release and press it back to a little child's pose. Then slowly begin to walk your hands back to your knees. Press yourself all the way up to kneeling. Now we're going to go ahead and come all the way onto your bottom. So you can slide your hips over to the side, swing your legs around to the front. Now reach your hands to the floor behind you. Press into the earth to lift your heart up. Hug your belly in and rock back onto your hips, floating your feet away from the floor. Then bring your arms forward in towards your chest. Now we're going to work extending your legs and leaning back for a low boat. And then squeeze everything in towards the center. So we reach it back and squeeze it in. Reach your body long, squeeze it into the middle. 2 more times. Reach back, squeeze it in. Last one here. Reach and squeeze. Then go ahead and come all the way down onto your belly. Hug your knees into your chest. Let your tummy relax, releasing any tension or tightness. Then extend your legs straight up towards the sky. Kick through your heels, making your legs really strong and solid. Then reach your fingertips to the sky. Curl your head and shoulders up away from the floor. Then we slowly start to reach one hand over the other, like you're climbing a tightrope. So we were getting a gentle twist from side to side as you curl your shoulder blades away from the floor, really lifting through your core. Squeeze your belly in, twisting side to side. We'll do 3 more cycles on both sides. Last 2 and last 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Let your belly relax. Now we're going to move into some twisted leg lifts. So if this is new for you, we'll take it 1 step at a time. You can reach your hands down and take a hold of the edges of your mat. Then extend your legs straight up to the sky, and we're going to scooch your hips towards the left. So your toes are pointing towards the right and your hips are gliding over to the left side. Then cross your left ankle on top of your right ankle. And from here, you're going to lower your legs down to the floor. Lower and lift. Then lift your hips away from the floor at a little bit of an angle. And we lower your hips back down. So that's the movement. Lower your legs, lift your legs, lift your hips, lower down. You've got it. Lower and lift. Release. Lower your legs, lift your legs, lift your hips and release it down. Lower your legs, lift your legs, lift your hips and lower down. Now we're going to go one more cycle on this side for a total of 5 leg lifts to the side. Then gently lower your hips down, and we're going to come around to the second side. So you can readjust your hips, extending your legs up, glide your hips over to the right side with your toes pointing towards the left. Then you can cross your right ankle on top of your left ankle. And now you're ready to lower your legs down, then lift them up and lift your hips. So we're really getting into the obliques here, working those side muscles as you lower and lift. Try to take your time. Go slow in this movement. The slower you can go, the more you build strength and stamina in the practice. So try not to rush. We're going to do 2 more. Lift your legs, lift your hips. Then 1 more cycle for a total of 5. You've got this. Lift it up and raise those hips. Then we'll gently release and come all the way down. You can square your hips back to center. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. Giving yourself a little squeeze here. Just feeling love and appreciation for your body. Then you can extend your legs down to the end of your mat and just give yourself a few moments to rest in your Shavasana. Let your belly really relax here. Relax your hips, your chest, and your shoulders. Let your breathing be slow and deep as you feel it rise and fall, so that each breath begins to massage your belly. Now feel free to stay and rest for as long as your body needs. And when you feel ready to reawaken, gently roll yourself over to one side and pause. Taking a moment to relax on your side, you can keep your eyes closed and stay present with yourself, with your body and your breath. And slowly begin to press yourself all the way up into a seat. Making yourself comfortable on your mat. You can keep your eyes closed here, maintaining that internal awareness, that personal sense of presence. And bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Do this in a gesture of thanks and gratitude, primarily to yourself. Thank yourself for rolling out your mat, for coming onto your mat to practice, to be with your body, to show love and care for yourself. And I would like to thank you for allowing me to guide your practice. It's such an honor to walk on this journey with you, and truly such a pleasure to have you as part of this growing community of wellness seekers. So thank you for showing up, for giving it your best, and living your best life. I look forward to seeing you on your mat again soon. Until next time, namaste.